What is happening here? Simply, why is it not working? Alright, weird. Fine. Okay. We're good to go. Let's get to hunting. I apologize. I forgot I had to go do something outside. So you can see I'm a little bit sweaty now. It's oppressively hot today. Whew. Yeah, it's because of the sweat, unfortunately. But, like, whatever. It's gotta stay for 20 more minutes, and then I'll go take it off and clean it up. All will be well. Missed it. Hit a different button. Will y'all fucking stop? Leave my girl alone. Walk away. You could do to be nicer, Mercy, but leave her alone, guys. Just chill the fuck out. Silly freaking cats. Check. I'll need it later. Bum bum. Once I go take off the wrapping and go get my tattoo cleared up, I will show it to stream. It's about 20 minutes. We finished about just over an hour ago. And then I'll go put some of my healing lotion on it. We'll be good. Some really good stuff that I use for tattoos. Been using it pretty much ever since I ever had the first. Well, actually, I didn't with this one. This one they gave film, and they had different type of film bandage or whatever that they would use, and I react to those heavily. I haven't had one of those in like 3 years though. That was the last time that was used, but it's entirely different tattoo shop that I've gotten the stuff done on this arm. But ever since then, I've been using this CeraVe stuff. There's no label on it anymore, but it's a CeraVe like restorative lotion or something like that, and it's really, really good for tattoos. Because it does heal the skin quite a bit faster, and it doesn't like sting when you put it on. It's a little bit. It can be a little bit greasy. I don't tend to rub it in super hard because I don't want to rub super hard. But you put a thin layer on your tattoo, and then you're good for a couple hours until you have to put a little more back on. I also have this like shooter sleeve that I bought because I wanted initially. This is a long time ago before I even. Well, I don't remember which tattoos I had on my arm, but I wanted to see if like that would make me better at video games. It's all placebo effect, like for Valorant specifically. It's all placebo effect, and I didn't really like wearing it. I like having this thing though now, because it's allowed me to protect my tattoos when working. So it's very nice to protect them from the sun, because the sun is the biggest culprit when you need them. And also, since I work in an animal clinic, it's a little extra layer of protection just to help in case I get touched or whatever, because it kind of feels like a sunburn. If anyone who's ever gotten a tattoo would know, it kind of feels like a sunburn. Anyway, I do wonder if we'll find a shiny tonight. I got an extra about 500 encounters. It was like 2 hours of consistent hunting, and I tend to average 250 single console with the Illuminate. So, yeah, I guesstimated adding a 50. I wasn't able to manually keep track of that because I was playing with my one hand while I was getting tattooed on the other. So, yeah. There's still a whole bunch of, there's like a whole bunch of ink from the stencil up near my wrist, which is kind of funny. But I'll be washing it off here in like 15 minutes now. But yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out. It fits the theming of what I already had on my right arm, which was flowers. So it looks really nice. Jedrick mentioned he wanted to stream this evening. He had an outing that he was at for a decent part of the midday and would be back sometime in the evening. I don't remember when he said. Well, I initially said he was thinking it would probably go until about 8 his time, which is 7 my time. So about an hour. I don't know when he'll start streaming, but hopefully he'll join us. Even if he doesn't stream, maybe he'll join us. Have some fun. Do some chatting. Hopefully we can find a shiny tonight. That'd be very cool. I would like it to be like just basically anything but the Gloom line, you know? I'm not picky. I just don't want another duplicate. That's basically it. I like having the one. Now I'm okay with it. But I would like something different because that would be very, very cool. I would always take a chance to reclaim the Slowbro though. The Slowbro line more specifically, I would count either of them as a reclaim. But I do think it'll be Soul Silver that finds the next shiny. I'm glad tomorrow that is Sunday. It's seeing Sunday Way is the title of the song because it feels like a Sunday today, frankly. But it's Saturday, so I still have another whole day off, which is awesome. I don't think I'll stream nearly as long as I did last night, which was 5 hours. I can see myself maybe going 3. Well, 5 hours would take me to past midnight, so of course not. I can see myself doing 3, though. Oh, if y'all haven't heard the actual song of Sandcastle Kingdoms, You should look it up. I think it's better than the lo-fi version by a massive margin. Of course it is. All of them, all the actual songs are better than the lo-fis. The lo-fi is a different vibe. This one makes me think of like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But Sandcastle Kingdoms is a great song. Wake up to find the passing of time. Great song. Still need to make my music playlist that has all the stuff that I like in it. That isn't that massive playlist that hasn't been updated in like a year. What can I make and what can I sell? A timeshare in heaven that's just out of hell. Am I a fraud or a genuine scam? Am I a monster or was just a man? In the end we're all the same. To the grave we only take our name. Was an ocean made of dreams, but the current strands you out at sea. This one has like super background vibes. It's got like a super anxiety sort of filled dissonance. I like it a lot. The same. It's maybe one day you'll find humanity. Till then, don't you dare say that we are the same. What are you doing, junkie boy? Drifted around the corner like that. Yeah, and there's the oddish. Okay, so right game has officially hit 8 o'clock. Part of me is considering changing the time on my game straight up. So I remove oddish from the equation entirely. Because I can, you know, deal with having the one chance, but then having the two chances, you know, I might just go change Soul Silver. What does gloom replace at that time of day? I'm actually curious. Gotta pull up that Cerebi page. We want to go down to Marshland. Because clearly, because gloom is now... there we go. Okay, at night... Yeah. Alright, so the only... It gets rid of Ekans, Arbok, and Grimer in place of Oddish, Gloom, and Wooper. I forgot Arbok, I think, but it doesn't matter. And I have it set up for Gloom, Jumpluff. Yeah, you know it's probably funny. Well, I don't know. I'm changing Soul Silver time to be daytime. Because so I don't have to worry about extra chances of getting gloom. Granted, the shiny that I did find was the encounter that I gave myself because of the yeah, because of the objects I've used. Let's just set it to noon. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Mind is running or racing, dance for as I've been chasing. Supposed to find the maid and the predators. My mind, it eats at me all the time. Can we stop and rewind? Don't understand what you see in me, or what you see in me, 'cause I'm just another story. And now you got me pinned up against the wall. Why aren't you afraid that I'll take up all this road that came before me? And I'm not so sure. Eye to eye, our worlds colliding. Ear to ear, you got me a smiling. You kept me up, you kept me grounded before I flew away. Now bounds are breaking, and you came around. In this world of white noise, you're my favorite sound. Where to become but a memory. I don't understand what you see in me, 'cause I'm just another story. And now you got me pinned up against a wall. Why aren't you afraid that I'll take up all this woe that came before me? And whoa, 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 whoa. We bathe in both of you. 3 cheers to feel the future. We bathe in both of you. 3 cheers to feel the future. Where'd I become but a memory? I don't understand what you see in me, 'cause I'm just another story. And now you got me pinned up against the wall. Why aren't you afraid they'll take up all this woe? I don't know if it's Woe Road. It came before me, and I'm not so sure. At 3200, I'll go take the wrap off and put some stuff on it. I have a feeling I'm gonna find it coughing. I've had that feeling all day. What, Poseidon? Silly boy. Sweet kitten. Oh, I forgot I was gonna go. I just got locked in. Okay. I'm gonna set up an encounter as I go, and then I'm gonna go take care of my tattoo. I'll be right back. I am back once again with the tattoo. Oh my gosh, it's so shiny because it's got moisturizer on it because it just got done like, you know, freaking 2 hours ago. Anyway, yeah, it's absolutely fucking sick. So, yeah, I already had Aerith and the lily on here, so it just made sense. Finish it out with flowers with specific meanings based on the flower language that I really liked. So, yeah, we got a little bit of marigolds, some lilies, and some gladiolus on there. It looks fucking sick, and I'm so happy with it. So, anyway, yay! This has been a very scatterbrained stream because I've been away half the time, and I'm talking to myself. Gonna put this on here so that the extra stuff from my elbow doesn't go right into the handle. But anyway, yeah, pretty successful day. I worked a little bit on my side project after walking the dogs in the morning. It's oppressively hot. It's like, it's hotter than the day last week or last Monday that I had to work, where it was ridiculous. Same sort of conditions. It's actually just hotter today, and so humid that it feels like a wall when you walk into it. That's just Kansas summer, but yeah, it was real bad, real bad. So I was able to walk my dogs pretty early in the morning, around 9 o'clock. It was still 80 degrees already, and very heavy and humid. So they got their walk early. Then I came home. I cooked some food early because then it's like, then I have stuff prepared and I don't have to worry about doing it at a different time or whatever, since I was gonna be occupied most of the day. Did a little work on my project. Was basically doing some more thinking and did some cleanup more than anything, and then had ideas to introduce something else, which worked, which is interesting. And then I had my tattoo. It took us a while to get it to set up, just because we had to get the design on the correct way and whatnot, and that took a little bit. It took a decent amount of time and other things, and it's not really that important. But and the actual tattooing took about 2.5 hours, and that includes a break where at like 60-70%, somewhere around there, we stood up because my arm was falling asleep and he needed a quick break. He'd been locked in. So yeah, it went very well. And there's certain parts on it that hurt, obviously, when it being done. I mean, tattoo is like, it's always somewhat painful. It's never like nothing, but you know, some places are way worse than others. If you got a very meaty spot, it, you know, stings a little bit, but nothing that actually hurts. But then you get on a spot like the bones, like I've said before, this guy here, my Born to Dream, like specifically right here was the worst pain I've ever felt, because it was prolonged. It took way longer than it should have, because truthfully, I think the design the stencil got wiped off a little bit, so the actual what is supposed to be there was not done correctly. So it yeah, basically it was a lot more time and ink spent on that spot, so it hurt like crazy. But then there were certain spots on like the bone as I had to turn my arm over that hurt, but you know, it's tattoo. I expected it. And it looks fucking sick, so. I am not too. I'm not. I mean, I accept the pain. I accepted the terms of it being painful when I decided to get another tattoo. So, you know. I love it as a form of art and expression. Some people love to just get tattoos for the hell of it. This one was kind of that. It wasn't on a whim. I had ideas that I knew what I wanted to do. It wasn't like specifically the other images, like my favorite Pokemon, a Pokemon that meant a lot to me. This one here, the mark of the Exalt, which from Awakening, which is that's probably my second favorite Fire Emblem game, but maybe Three Houses. I don't know. I love Awakening. I need to replay it again, but Awakening was super important to me. And it's what inspired me to write the bad book that I created a decade ago that makes me cringe thinking about it, but it inspired me enough to do something like that, which is crazy. I remember the process of making it fondly, but it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It will never be released to the public. But yeah, I love Awakening, so I got that. And then these were inspired by a poster that I have in my room from. It was a mix of these being inspired and also just wanting it to be less expensive because I didn't have a lot of money. So I didn't like do super coloring, and they're just like abstract sort of shapes and whatnot. But like the idea is like to replicate like a neon sign. Which, yeah. Anyway, that's it. Those are the only tattoos I have. Eventually I'll get this half sleeve finished, and then eventually I want to have this top part here be all Pokemon. So, some of my favorites, and probably shiny, just because this guy's already shiny, so why not have more shinies with it. Well, this one was also a new experience because I didn't actually design all of this. I basically told him what I wanted, and then he designed it. It's the first time I've had someone do that. Everything else that I've got in my body, I created and drew myself. Yeah, it was a new experience. And also getting this much done at once, because I've never done that much, obviously. Even this one here, this is the other biggest piece that I have. I did these in 2 separate parts because I initially had this, and then I decided I want to put lilies around it, and then that inspired everything else. But yeah, I'm kind of like, you can't really see it in the camera, so I don't know. I'm kind of like talking about it, but either way, I'm very, very, very happy with it. We're about 500 over the longest phase of this hunt, which granted came super under odds. Both of them came under odds, even though Heart Gold was super over odds for a shiny. So, you know, I might stop at 4K things don't pick up massively, and that's perfectly fine. Don't expect it to be so incredibly people here all the time. I started later than I intended to, just because of it took longer to get started more than anything. It took the length of the tattoo is about as long as I expected. So if we had started directly at 3 and been able to get done faster, we would have been done at about 5:30, excuse me, 5:30, 5:45, somewhere around there. But it took a little while to get things started, so, which is okay. The 4 hours are blocked out, so made sense. I need to adjust my cushion here. I might just take it off, frankly. Set it on the floor, or set it on the thing. Every once in a while, it's nice to just sit on the actual seat, because like sometimes I feel like I sit up a bit too high with that. And this has better placement for the seat, or yeah, for the lumbar support. That's the word. I wish it worked that I'd be able to listen to the music on like something else and have it not capture like my browser window too. Like be able to like have separate browser windows and have it work, but unfortunately that's not how it works. So unfortunately not, because I'd watch something on the side since I'm just talking to myself. Which is okay. That's normally what I would be doing when I would shiny hunt normally, right? Is watch YouTube or a show or something on the side. Did I just get texts? Oh, it's my sister. I sent her pictures of my tattoo. What is it? Dorosho? Is that what it says for Dodrio? I have to double check. Oops. Well, that's okay. Let's see. Let's do a test capture of Carnivine. She did not want to stay. And she go. That's what I'm very worried about happening if I actually find a shiny Carnivine. That would make me very sad. That's why it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, I don't want to find Carnivine, but at the same time, like, I do? I mean, I don't know if the percentages on the thing I was looking at are correct. Truthfully, that's just, I don't know. Very chill day. I don't know if I'm getting... I don't feel like I'm getting the shiny tonight. I feel like it's going to be a slow stream. That'll be okay. And then... Okay. I have a feeling the Jeddick won't respond either. I just have a feeling it's gonna be doing whatever the hell he's doing, and that's okay. So I'll probably just quit at 4K tonight, and then go work on my own solo projects, and that'll be okay. And I'll come back tomorrow, and we'll try to finish strong. And if we find a show tonight, that'd be sick. If we don't, hopefully find one tomorrow, so we can end Safari Week, and I don't have to do overtime. And the goal would be if I can catch him. Oops. I guess another Carnivine test capture. I wonder if it is... What is the percentage here? Because is it actually... I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's 41%. I don't believe... I'm gonna be honest. I'm just trying to check. And see how hard it is to actually catch a Carnivine. In case we find one. Because this guy don't want to roll at all. One ball was thrown at another Carnivine, so this is number 5. He broke out and he's gonna flee, isn't he? Nope. So 6, same as Slowpoke there. Okay, this time he stayed. Oops, I meant to give him a nickname, and I fat-fingered B trying to pick up the thing to get the stylus out. That's okay. That's okay. I turned my lights to the color view, Carnivine. I would love if you appeared. And put on my glasses. My eyes are getting tired. The fuck is happening? Okay, anyway. The fuck was that? Weird. It wouldn't have gotten picked up for you guys, but the Windows noise just played for something. Board. Forgot I had my electrolytes too. I will cut it off early if I find a shiny before 4,000 though. I'll absolutely end the stream on a shiny and I will be perfectly okay with that. I don't think it will happen, but you know. Possibility. Let me go. I'm gonna go open up. Alright, let's turn this on and then I can mute it. I can just watch this. I didn't pause, I clicked mute. Anyway, that's fine. I I can watch some Valorant while we do this. This is just a replay of the game from earlier. I think there's one going on right now too, but I can rewatch that later. Wait. Is this actually from the fucking... This is a cover of a different song. Is this actually from Fire Force, I wonder? I keep seeing that every time. I've never watched Fire Force. Don't know. I know that Nate did a cover of it a long time ago, and I thought it was just a song by someone else. because I don't really listen to the radio or. Like the way invades and turns to gray. It's overcast with envy. Hands are reaching, pulling me away. And yet I'm still ascending. And I still believe it. You're feeling giving me the way. We will surface and see the sun. So follow me to the ends of the earth. We'll take a minute and revel in it and see how much you're worth. I'll fight and defend, I'll see this out to the end. So follow me to the ends of the earth. Taking down the walls of walls and doors. I'm making room for something, stacking up the pieces one by one. I'll build it out of nothing, and I still believe it. You're feeling giving me the way, but I also fought the fight, so stay by my side. So follow me to the ends of the earth. I'll take a minute and revel in it and see how much you're worth. I'll fight and defend, I'll see this out to the end. So follow me to the ends of the earth. Well, from the night and the sun will soon rise, wings start to please, and I can see clearly. So follow me to the ends of the earth. I'll take a minute and revel in it and see how much you're worth. Such a good song. To the ends of the earth. I'll take a minute and revel in it and see how much you're worth. Fight and defend, I'll see this out to the end. So follow me to the ends of the earth. Such a good song. Oops, third wall at the king there. The pounders crash at the doors and the cries and shouts are like explosions. What lies outside of the walls is your worst nightmare. Those who would forget the lyrics that it translated. They uneven with the time of day. Sasageo, Sasageo, Shinzo, Sasageo. Everything we've given up was for this one moment. Sasageo, Sasageo, Shinzo, Sasageo. Our future starts with your bravery. C9s suck. Oh, hello, welcome back. How you doing? I'm not gonna go that late. I don't know about Jedrick. I imagine he's not gonna end up streaming in the end. We were gonna stream the other night, but he's busy doing whatever he's doing. So I'll quit at 4K. But how you doing tonight, Pico? Fair enough. Yeah, it's one of those things that takes practice. I get it. Yeah. It's like basically my idea is like first get what you want to write on the paper and then do that, and then clean it up, add better words, replace words, things like that as you go. So just try to get everything you can out, and then because you've always got time to clean it up. That's what I like to do, is get the general idea out, and then you can clean it up, add better description, better flavor, and make even more inroads into the general lore you need for your character. I've done that for multiple different Dungeons and Dragons characters, so I totally feel you. Right. Exactly. That's what get your ideas out on paper, and then discover how they connect together. You can use simple vocabulary, you can do whatever, get things out, and then you can like fine-tune from there. It just allows you to get like your thoughts, and then you can sometimes, like for me, if I see it written out, then I start making the connections, and then I start thinking about it more and making connections when I'm doing other things and whatnot too. So yeah, that's my advice. Just get it all out, and then clean it up. So oops, I threw another ball at the Slowbro. That's okay. Okay, I thought it was gonna catch and I was gonna be very mad. That the shiny one fled after 6 balls and that one caught first ball. But he fled, and I don't care about that Slowbro because he's not important. But anyway. Nice. That, I mean, that tends to happen. You get perfect, just perfect luck with some of the with certain chance encounters, and then everything. Yeah, it's awesome. That's why D&D is so great. So I feel that I never had anything that crazy to me. I had terrible luck as a player. I've only played in one Dungeons and Dragons campaign. As a player. I had the enemy had disadvantage because I'd used an effect that gave him disadvantage, and then my DM rolled double crits on me anyway. So, you know. Yep. Yep, the dice tell their own story, and you gotta love it. Gotta love it. We did a campaign, or we're gonna come back to it. But basically, we were doing a campaign at the end of last year for a decent chunk of time, during the summer specifically. I was running it because nobody else really had a dungeon master, or nobody really had played. One of my players, my friend from my master's program, he had played Dungeons and Dragons before, so he knew how to do it. The others did not. But since I had a whole bunch of stuff, I'm like, I'll do it. I had a really cool setting I want to try that I love. Where is it? It's in front of me. Sebastian Crow's Guide to Drakenheim. I supported the Kickstarter for this. This is such a fucking cool setting. So, we have everything. It's been basically set there. And then we were getting through some of the story. We didn't even really get to like the main overarching plot yet. They had part of it because of the beginning of the story, because that's what sparked everything. And then there would be people canceling last minute, saying that they had there's something going. It's like, oh, I didn't know we were doing it tonight or some other thing or whatever, even though we'd been doing it every week. So just people being flaky, annoyingly. And so I'm like, and then we had put it on hold because Marcus, who's my friend that had played D&D, he and I were working on stuff for Masters. And so we were finishing up doing our reading. We're also, because of the program, you also get paid to teach at the same time, so we had to do that for our students and whatnot. So we were very, very busy, so I didn't have a ton of time working on it. And then this year, when we had opportunity, I don't know, people doing other things and whatnot, and we're gonna basically like restart the campaign from like a slight time skip. And I know Marcus wanted to do a different character because he kind of fell out of the sort of feeling with the character he had, which is totally fair after a certain amount of time. Happens like that. And I still don't know exactly what everybody else is doing, because I wanted them to adjust some flavors and things like that. It's just like class is not making sense for like the way they played or something like that, or like based on their backstories as well. So for the people who are just keeping the same character, we're gonna be adjusting a few things. And yeah, anyway, so it was interesting trying to get help them navigate through their first Dungeons and Dragons campaign. And we're definitely gonna do more, because I do like Dungeon. It expanded. It forced me to learn how to do things that like I had done. I'd like DM'd a couple like like a one-shot sort of thing. It was like it was a couple sessions, but with an old group once, and I wasn't very good at it because it was my first time ever doing it. I was thinking about, hey, let's try it. And this time around, I had a far more robust idea of everything that I wanted to do, and then a lot of planning, and I have a whole book of notes of things that like account for certain things that they might do, and a lot of them based on story sort of thing. And then basically just try to Dodorio, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Dodorio. But yeah. Yep. It forces you to think outside the box in a specific time, and it forces you to come up with descriptions on the spot, and it forces you to think about how you would describe something, and it's like really nice for writing, because then you're thinking about things in a different way. You're thinking about how would you explain it in a way that made sense to the players, that they could understand what it is that you're envisioning. So I really, really, really enjoy it. It's super. There's a whole lot of creativity that goes into it, and it's enjoyable for me. I don't know where my notebook is. It's probably on the stack of books behind me, isn't it? Maybe? Was it over there? Yeah, it's in that pile of things that are directly behind my chair that can't be seen right now. There's just some more books, and my notebook is in that stack. But yeah. It's a pretty big notebook. I drew up some maps, created some of my own flavor for a random town. Though the town did have a description in the book, I didn't realize it did, but I made it my own to make it more fun. Which is, yeah. Anyway, it's a very, very cool book, and I'm glad I supported it, because it's such a sick setting. Like in which way you mean? Like the and way of describing your character's lore? Is that what you're having questions about? Why did your DM try hard to kill him? Was it just because he was annoying? You can go ahead and send a couple the DMs if you want to. And if you're I'm about your character experience, are you wanting that? You're trying to get some idea of how to possibly describe them in more eloquent words, or is it the idea of that you just want to yeah, I guess that's the question more than anything. And you can tell me, yeah, I accidentally tried to kill a party when we were playing. It wasn't on purpose. I accidentally just picked, well, I was using like parts of a pre-built thing that D&D Beyond released for like a Halloween thing, and adding that into the thing because it was like a little initial quest. And then the hags had like one of them had like lightning. Luckily I rolled bad on damage, so nobody went down, but it was actually quite, I was a little too much for the level of the party. Everything worked out because I went a little easy on him because I realized I fucked up. But personalized section, gotcha. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which character are you trying to talk about the appearance? I'm confused here. Are you talking about the new character you're writing about, or the previous character from the little other one shot you were talking about? Ah, I see. Okay. Sure. Show. I'll be here for a little while longer. Still here till 4,000. And then I will dip off for the day because I am tired. There's just been a lot going on. And I'm down to hear it. Yes. I don't have the delay turned up, but it seems like there's a decent delay. I have no idea. Come on, Carnivine, shine for me, please. That would make me so happy today. No, you're good. I mean, likely if you get it done in time that I can respond to it, I'll respond to it here at the end of the stream and talk about it, and then, yeah, because I'm just tired. We'll be doing a longer stream tomorrow though, because tomorrow's the final day of Safari Week, and I don't have extra plans. I don't have a tattoo appointment in the middle of the day. I just will walk my dogs in the morning, get lunch, whatever the hell I'm gonna do for lunch, and then, yeah. An AC of 20. Oh yeah, that's pretty nuts. That is funny. Yeah, how the hell did you manage to build an? Well, at what level, I guess? Because you can have there's certain abilities like certain shields and heavy armor, and like if he's a, I don't know, like also like a monk. If a monk has super high. No, yeah, I don't remember. You can spec out certain classes to get like super high things like that. I've never really tried. I just kind of go for characters that have interesting things that they can do in a sort of way. Like my first character was a bard. And he's pretty cool. I like him. And then I made a couple other characters. The only one I ever played as in two different things was Celis, who is my bard, and then also his sister, who I named Estella. She was a paladin, or is a paladin rather. Those are the only two I ever actually played as. The other ones I just created to have as like this idea for a story. Gotcha. Yep. But then he got too much more than he bargained for with an AC of 20, which is ridiculous. The next character, whenever I get to play again, is going to be a dwarf barbarian who's not very smart because I really want to play a character like that. Oh, nice. Yeah. I don't remember any of the things when I was playing. I know that in the campaign I was running, the first part of the campaign when we started last year was my players were learning information about what happened, and like getting little bits of lore and from like what was being hidden and everything. And the thing is that they came in this room with these cultists practicing this spell thing, and the truth is that they weren't supposed to go in there, but they had disguised themselves in some stuff that they had found, and Jeddick went up and attacked the guy who the actual guy who was like the most powerful, and he rolled a nat 20. And I'm thinking, well, fuck, what do I do about this? Because like he's if he hits this guy, he's not gonna do enough damage. This guy's gonna wreck the party. And I'm like, well, with the nat 20, maybe he gets pushed into the portal and then ripped in half because the portal closes because he stops doing his thing. And that's what we did. And then they were able to kill the other guys, but you know. Yeah. That's funny. What happened to your barbarian? I love when that happens in like Persona. You get attacked by an enemy and then they can't, like, you just one round them and you don't have to worry about anything, and it's so funny. It's like, why'd you pick the fight? That happens a lot in Clair Obscur aussi. Si c'est français là. Mais wait. It happens in Clair Obscur too, where they just attack and they don't have, and you just destroy them. Anyway. I love that. It's such a it's comedy, especially in Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. Totally fair. I remember that there was this, like, fleshy something that was beginning to cause problems in the campaign of the person that, of the first game that I played. That's the only thing I remember from that, and getting double critted on a disadvantage roll. So, yeah. That is exactly what it is. That's why that trope works so well. It's awesome. Yep. I mean, to be fair, yeah, it's fun. Gotta love it. We didn't really get... I remember that, like, in the actual campaign that I was running, the first part of it, I had a DMPC because I was basically trying to kind of lead the characters on the path, because they would have had kind of no idea where to go if I didn't. So I had... when rolling for her, I always rolled terrible. Always rolled terrible, because I just roll bad as a player. There's something about the way that the universe does not want me to succeed when I play Dungeons and Dragons. So, yeah, but it's funny. There's everyone, like, I rolled okay as, like, the DM against enemies in some encounters, and then sometimes I just rolled putrid, and then everyone got away scot-free. There was an encounter that was supposed to be very difficult, but then they just literally, I could not hit my players. So they didn't struggle at all. And I'm like, well, the dice say that we're gonna suck. Suck to suck. And so what did his appearance say, or what does his appearance, in this case, have to do with the nat 20 that he rolled? I'm curious. And this is the same stealth character, which I don't, or the same barbarian with wicked AC. I'm curious what the appearance has to do with the nat 20. Of my characters, the best piece of art is the most recent one that I did, which was still like 5 years ago or something like that. So I could do them a lot better now. But even still, the most recent one is the best rendition of him, and it's Celis. The other ones are kind of just mid. Yeah, but I'm curious what the appearance of your character there had to do with the nat 20, what the nat 20 was about. I'll put the drawing of the other guy on the screen. I was thinking about that. This is the good drawing. That character. Hold on, I want to transform. There we go. This is the drawing of the bard. that I was talking about. This is the most recent one of them. Things that would change, no longer the wineskin. That's not a part of his lore anymore. Anyway, that's the only. The other ones are just kind of mid. Truthfully. And also, this is too bland of an outfit. So there's gonna be. I'm gonna have that done better, and I'm going to redraw all of the characters, basically, eventually. Oh, interesting. Okay, very cool. Nice. Gotta love it. Nice. 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 So he does. He's able to clearly put on enough of a face to show that he is, or to pretend that he is human. Nice. Or pretend he's a person, rather. Because human is a race in and of itself. Alright, very cool. Glad to hear about that. I know I set my character's like new home. Basically the world that I've created is the world of Drakenheim, instead of being its own like individual world, is just part of the normal Faerun Forgotten Realms. It's just on a continent to the west of the Sword Coast. So basically I have characters from I have one, like, realistically one major one from Faerun. The rest of them are from Drakenheim somewhere, and yeah. So building out that whole idea of how everything connects and whatnot. I forgot what I was talking about, but it's fine. Yeah, there was another memorable moment was like the first time they were in the town of Geldstadt, which is, you know, the first major town south of Drakenheim. Where basically, since I had just drawn up the city on my own and made them and let them explore it, they had a whole night where they did a whole bunch of random shit, and then they were in a bar and they were getting drinks, and I had them roll constitution checks to see how long it was until they got drunk, and then all the random bullshit that happened afterwards. So that's probably the most memorable moment overall from the campaign. But there should be more, theoretically, once we start it up again, and we actually get on the path and get toward the whole overarching goal that we were planning on, that just hadn't happened because people left me hanging. But yep. Alright, we got about 10 more encounters. I'll probably do just 2 over, because I tend to do that, the whole tricking the game idea. And we'll see if we get anything more, and then if not, that's okay. Or if we get anything, and if we don't, that's as expected. It'll be fine, and we'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully we can find a shiny tomorrow and wrap up Safari Weekend with a nice bow, and then I don't have to do overtime to see the phase out. That would be theoretically the best option. Whether or not it's Carnivine or not doesn't really matter. Carnivine would be the dream, but if I find something else, it's okay. I would like to catch it. That would be the best thing. Even if I don't, and it flees, I got 3, and that will be enough for my Safari Week, and I will not. All right, last encounters. No shiny. Okay. Well, I will be coming back tomorrow, and I don't know about Jedrick. Send him a message, ask him what he's doing tomorrow. Maybe we could stream together. I plan to start earlier in the day, sort of like I did on Thursday. Except this time I won't be, theoretically, dead tired. And we can have some, hopefully get some shiny luck. And just, I only want to find one. I'm not asking for anything more than just one. And we'll see what it ends up being. Hopefully we find one. I'm not going to say anything because we do not know. It is completely random. It's up to random chance. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for coming to stream, Pico. I hope you have a great night and you're able to put together your lore for your character and feel happy with it. And that'll be sick. And yeah, I'll probably see you tomorrow. Maybe we'll see. But anyways, thanks for hanging out, everybody, and have a great night. I didn't record this one, so it's a good. I forgot to click the record button, so I guess it's a good thing we didn't find anything. It makes it a little bit easier for me. Bye-bye.